gentlemen, you're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
It's a gorgeous Sunday afternoon, summer in the city, and it is time for baseball. As Hyundai presents the Sunday game of the week today, it's the New York Yankees against the Baltimore Orioles in the final game of a three-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees Baseball, along with Paul O'Neill. I'm Michael Kay. Yankees have won 4 in a row, and they've done it with great offense. Last night, Luis Severino was outstanding again, 7 strong innings, but 5 Yankees hit home runs, 2 particularly have to really excite Yankee fans.
Well, this one guy seems to hit home runs every time you turn on the television, and it's Aaron Judge, the new fan favorite. Boom, his team leading 19. Matter of fact, Major League leading 19. And you saw it coming in the past couple days. Gary Sanchez, all of a sudden, boom. If you'll watch this, he's got him scampering out there in the bullpen dodging balls. Gary Sanchez, Aaron Judge, big nights, big part of the Yankee offense.
And these 2 young Yankees have had a really good homestand in the 5 games. Judge hitting .400 with 1 home run, 3 ribbies, and he scored 6 runs. Gary Sanchez, .381, 3 home runs, 10 ribbies, and he has scored 8 runs. That's pretty good stuff by Judge and Sanchez. Well, it's supposed to be Masahiro's start today, but they're going to push him until tomorrow in Anaheim. Chad Green gets a start for the Yankees, and Chris Sheeran will tell you all about it when we return right here on Yes.
Chris Sheeran back here on Yes. We're at McCombs Dam Park in the shadow of Yankee Stadium as we continue to get you ready for the series finale between the Yankees and Orioles here on Yes. There was a little question as to who is going to start this game today for the New York Yankees, with Masahiro Tanaka being pushed back. There was a question whether it would have been Domingo Germán, who just got called up, or Chad Green. The Yankees go with Chad Green, and that leads us to our pitching matchup, which is brought to you by People's United NA. We take a look at the numbers. Kevin Gausman, overall 3-4 with a 5.86 ERA. He has made 3 starts against the Yankees. He's 1-0 with a 6.19 ERA. As far as Chad Green goes, making his first start of the season. 7 appearances out of the pen so far, no record, and a 1.62 ERA. And last night in the clubhouse, I was able to catch up with him before he left and asked him about making the start today and if he's ready.
I was prepared to start. They kind of mentioned it, I guess, a couple days ago that it was a possibility. So I knew if I didn't get in the game tonight that there was a chance that could happen. So.
You haven't really been stretched out. Do you feel comfortable enough to go out there? And how many pitches do you feel comfortable throwing tomorrow?
I mean, I wouldn't say there's a set number that I feel comfortable. I'm just going to try to go out there, throw strikes, get the defense off the field, and just going to go in there and try to pound the zone.
Well, actually, there is a limit. As Joe Girardi told us in his pregame press conference, he's looking for Green to throw 50 pitches today. And look out for Domingo Germán. We might see him piggyback off of Chad Green's performance. It just depends on how the game goes. And it's going to get underway right after this break. Michael Kay and Paul O'Neill have the call, and it's next, right here on Yes.
Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Buick. Visit TriStateBuick.com for great lease offers. Buy cash for life from the New York Lottery. You could win $1,000 a day for life. By People's United Bank N.A. Keep business at hand with mobile cash management. And by Infinity, empower the drive. Visit your tri-state area Infinity retailer for a test drive today. Landis Sims is a young man who was with the Yankees in spring training, more without arms and legs, and he threw out the first pitch. This kid is something else. He's going to make the selection for the Yankees at the draft tomorrow. And look at that. Is that awesome?
You know, I saw him down in the locker room, and Jason Zillow, the media guy, he said, hey, you know what, we signed into a couple-year contract a few years ago, and I looked at him and said, what took you so long? A couple years to get to the big leagues? But what a great story. Nice kid. Awesome.
Just awesome. So thank you, Landis, for that. And the Yankees have taken the field, so why don't we take a look at the Orioles starting lineup. Orioles are 31-29, and they're going to lead off their right fielder, Seth Smith. Jonathan Scope at second will bat second. Batting third, the center fielder Adam Jones. Mark Trumbo, the DH, will clean up. Batting fifth and playing first base, Chris Davis. Trey Mancini is going to be in left field. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh and catching, Wellington Castillo. J.J. Hardy, the shortstop, bats eighth. And batting ninth and playing third base, it's Ruben Tejada. And on the mound for the Yankees is a youngster, Chad Green. His numbers, 7 games. all in relief. 1.62 ERA in 16 and 2/3 innings, 20 strikeouts for Green. Let's check out the pitcher scouting report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers.
Well, he is the sixth man, and you need that sometimes. With Tanaka's start being pushed back tomorrow, Green makes a spot start here. That fastball, and a big fastball it is, averages 95 miles an hour plus. Hitters are 1 for 29 with 15 strikeouts again this year. And piggyback, the only problem today is he's probably cut down to about 60 pitches, so you will be in the bullpen before this one's over.
Now, he did start in the minor leagues, but he's done so well out of the bullpen, and this is a spot start today, which the Yankees announced after the game last night. Why don't we take a look at the Yankees defense presented by Geico. You've got Gardner in left, Hickson at center, and Judge over in right. Infield, Torreyes gets the start as Headley just a day off. So Torreyes is at third, Gregorius at short, Castro at second, and Chris Carter over at first. Gary Sanchez is behind the plate, and Paul told you all about Chad Green on the mound. So Aaron Judge making some friends after throwing the ball around the outfield. Smith is ready. Green is ready, and let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch is high, and we're underway. Alan Porter, the home plate umpire. The veteran Joe West at first. Hunter Wendelstedt is at second, and Andy Fletcher is over at third. Yankees will shift for Smith. 3 infielders on the right side. And there's a strike. It'll be interesting to see, Paul. His fastball plays much higher coming out of the bullpen. He'll throw 97, 98. It plays lower when he's a starter, I guess, because he saves something. But with a 60-pitch limit, I wonder if he'll just go all out.
You know, you would think that he would pitch the same way, possibly add a few more change-ups in because, you know, you'll go through the lineup a couple of times, hopefully. And, you know, this is what you see. And what's been kind of surprising is mid-90s to upper 90s. He's found that fastball coming out of the bullpen.
Now, there was some thought if the Yankees had needed him on Friday or Saturday that Domingo Germán would get the start today. Now, the Yankees have called up Germán, who has started at AA and AAA, so if it's a short outing for Green, you could see Germán in his Major League debut. But they felt that Green, who's pitched well, let's give him the shot today, and Germán obviously could be used if Green only lasts 3 or 4 innings. 2-2. 3-2. Yankees have won 4 in a row, 2 against the Red Sox and the first 2 here against the Orioles, and this completes a stretch of 13 straight games against American League East teams. So if they can win this game, 8-5 in that stretch, and you got to feel good about that. 3-2. Still 3-2. After the game, Yankees head out to the West Coast. They'll have 3 in Anaheim against the Angels and then 4 in Oakland against the Athletics.
Boy, everything seems so easy when you're going well at home, and you have to remember, hey, after the game, we're West Coast trip, so you try to make the most of these homestands.
Swing and a miss. He dialed up the fastball to 98 miles an hour.
Yeah, high riding fastball ends up out of the strike zone. And a lot of times you don't see this in a lot of the Yankee starters. Green has the velocity to get away with that pitch. That sound, you can tell there's a little extra pop on it.
Paul, you mentioned the average against fastballs. So he's now, the hitters are 1 for 30 against him. And that's on Yesmo. Brought to you by Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. You're on Yesmo, it seemed fast.
That's right. Still pop.
Here's Jonathan Scope. Missed outside.
Game 1 of this series, Scope hit that 2-run home run over the bullpen out into the bleachers. So, you know, no lack of power here.
Three and 0. 97 miles an hour. The fast pitch speed analytics brought to you by Fios.
Glad we get those analytics in early, Michael.
That's a good idea.
We usually don't touch on them later.
Yeah.
Right?
The 3-0. Strike.
There's something about velocity, and you look at Green, and it doesn't look like it's forced at all. Just nice, easy motion. Ball kind of jumps as it gets towards the plate.
Three and two. Has not been a good weekend in New York for Buck Showalter and the Orioles.
Something about the smell of the baseball there, Michael. You never get over it.
3-2. Swing and a miss.
And that's lower part of the strike zone at 98. A good fastball hitter. This is got to be like just, you know, I could throw the ball by people right now if you're Chad Green.
It's unusual to see that kind of velocity low.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it in the Smith with the strikeout the first time up out of the zone. Well, that's down in the zone, so you know he can carry that low and high, which is important.
Here's Adam Jones. Just rearing back and saying, hit it. Just underway here at the stadium. Green working out of the stretch. Deals the 0-1. Popped up, left side, out of play.
That's a good pitch there just to kind of break up the fastball after fastball. Even though it wasn't his best slider. It was 84. Kind of hung up there, but you see Adam Jones kind of comes around it just because he's out in front of it.
And the 0-2. 1-2.
Love to see that pitch, you know, not up and in, but just up out of the strike zone. Just to, I mean, you see it as a hitter, and it just kind of opens up a lot of other things.
Slow ground ball on a broken bat, and it's a foul ball. So Adam is slow to get back to the plate. He ran to first, but now just really taking his time.
Getting that buzzing feeling out of your hand. When you get jammed like that, it kind of rings in those fingers. Those bumblebees in your hands, even on a hot day.
Boy, Adam is really being leisurely right now. This is a Sunday in the park for him.
Well, it's a Sunday, and we are at the park. Not Central Park, right?
He's just lollygagging right now. Castro shades up the middle for Jones. And the 1-2. High fly ball. Left field. Gardner's there. And he'll put it away for the final out of a 1-2-3 inning. So Green retires the Orioles in order, and the Yankees are coming back. Dangerous Yankee starting lineup, which is presented by Lexus. Boy, the Yankees have been raking. Left fielder Brett Gardner leads off. Aaron Hicks in center. Aaron Judge is in right. The DH is Matt Holliday. Sterling Castro at second. Gary Sanchez will bat sixth and catch. Bottom third of the order, the shortstop Didi Gregorius. First baseman Chris Carter and batting ninth. And playing third base, it's Ronald Torreyes. So let's take a look at Gausman. 3-4 with a 5.86 ERA on the year. 66 innings, 90 hits. That's a lot. 28 walks, so a lot of base runners in 66 innings. He has struck out 47. Opponents hitting .323 against him. Let's check out the pitcher scouting report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers.
Well, you kind of mentioned it, .323 against him, and that's at the bottom of the league. And his 1.79 whip is the highest in Major League Baseball, and he labors. There's no doubt about it. Averages 18.9 pitches per inning, which is second in the Major League. And the Yanks have turned it around. Gausman had a 1.92 ERA against the Yankees 3 years before, but 3 starts against them this year, well over a 6. So he has struggled.
All right, so a 4-game winning streak for the Yankees, during which time they have outscored their opponent 41-6. Up the middle, a base hit. The hit parade begins. 18 hits last night, and Gardner with a leadoff single. Let's take a look at the Orioles defense, which is presented by Geico. Mancini at left, Jones in center, and Smith is over and right. In the infield, Tejada, Hardy, Scope, and Davis. That's third to first. Castillo behind the plate, and Gausman's on the mound.
Amazing, Michael. When you're hitting well as a team, it's like there is no defense out there. And there are times where you can't find a hole. I'll tell you what, just good swings, good approach, confident hitters. And all of a sudden, Yankee fans just sit back and enjoy this time. It can't be this easy, but boy, the Yankee hitters are making it look like a lot of fun to head to the plate right now.
Gardner's single extends his hitting streak to 5 straight. Here's Aaron Hicks. Fly ball, center field. Jones is there, and he'll put it away for the first out. Hey, let's look at the game time weather presented by City MD. Feeling under the weather? Just walk into City MD Urgent Care. It's 90 degrees. Humidity 34%, the wind 12 miles per hour, and it is a great day for baseball. So here's Aaron Judge. Hit a home run yesterday, Paul, and that was important. You know why? He hadn't hit one in 6 games.
Isn't that amazing? Major slump. Huh?
But he still leads the big leagues with 19 home runs. And yesterday was a bullet down the line.
All right, Michael, listen to this. This is kind of cool. It's only the 3rd time in history yesterday. All homered last night. The 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 hitters. All right, it's only happened 3 times. Last time was in 1974. Give me a couple of those names. 3 through 7.
Bobby Mercer.
Bobby Mercer was hitting 4th that day.
There's a base hit to right field. Gardner around second. He'll go to third. And Judge has himself a single. First and third for the Yankees. Here's the home run yesterday before I get to the rest of those batters. And I was in the Oriole clubhouse before the game, and they were just marveling at the fact. They said, you can't, Buck Showalter said, you can't make a changeup stay fair. He goes, I don't know how he did that. You just can't do it.
Yeah, it's your approach to the baseball. And if you're hitting, and it's very hard to explain, but if you're hitting to get extension with the bat through the inside part of the baseball, you have a tendency to keep the ball fair. Once you start to come around it because you're out in front of it a little bit, you will hook that ball foul. And that just shows you how good and how perfect Judge's swing is to this point.
Here's Matt Holliday. He was part of the home run parade yesterday. 5 Yankees with home runs. So I've got Mercer. Let's go with Bloomberg.
Ron Bloomberg would hit after Mercer that day.
All right.
Boy, those wheels are turning, Michael. I can just see them. They're smoking over there.
74. So let's go with Thurman.
Thurman was hitting 3rd.
All right. And now I need 1 more.
2 more.
No, it's 5.
Yeah. 3 through 7.
The 0-1. How about Roy White?
Nope. Roy White.
Jim Ray Hart.
Nope. I'm going to give you, it's third baseman. This is a gimme to you.
Nettles.
Nettles, Greg Nettles. He had 2 that day.
All right.
And the other one's tough. Mike Hegan.
Wow. Wouldn't have gotten that one.
That's impressive, though. You can pull up those guys. Munson, Mercer, Bloomberg. Nettles hit 2, and Mike Hegan back in 1974. Kind of cool to bring up those names in those seasons.
That's my my team growing
it's your
up.
bread and butter, huh? I had the Big Red Machine that's growing up in the Midwest in the mid-'70s.
Two-one count on Holiday. 7 for 17 on this homestand. Blocked by Castillo. There goes Judge to second. He'll make it.
Well, I just love to see guys at first base anticipating the ball in the dirt. And the reason is you watch, as soon as that ball is blocked, it's physically almost impossible for a catcher to check the man at third base and still have time to throw Judge out. You see, Brett Gardner knows how good and how important that play is. And that Holiday's at bat just changed. That with 3 balls and a strike. You got to realize that first base is open. Chances are you're not going to see much to hit here.
And Starlin Castro salivates on deck. Second and third, 1 man out. The infield is back. Holiday gets something in his eye, the old Bernie Williams trick. Three-one. Check the swing and a pitch away, and the bases are loaded for the Yankees. Well, the Yankees scored 6 in the first yesterday.
You know, this is exactly what the Yankees want to do. Is, you know, take a team that's struggling and just put them in the hole early. And Starlin Castro has an opportunity right here. Bases loaded.
Castro has a 5-game hitting streak, 8 for 19 on this homestand. And the pitch. Foul back. You've got Gardner at third, Judge at second, Holiday is at first. There's a base hit to center field. Gardner scores. They're waving home Judge. Here's the throw. He's in there. It's a 2-run single for Castro, and the Yankees lead 2-0.
Boy, this is just fun to watch, Michael, as an offensive player looking at a team that's swinging the bat this well. I mean, love to see Castro in these situations. Ball away, he stays away, covers it, drives it up the middle. This is how you have big years. You know, you use the whole field. Another important thing you see here, Aaron Judge the other night head first into home. A little adjustment. Let's go feet first now. Save that body a little bit.
Now Roger McDowell, the pitching coach, with a quick trip to the mound.
What do you say if you're a pitching coach here, Mike? Hey, you know what? You're struggling. I just heard O'Neill up there tell me how bad you were struggling on the pregame. And now you're getting smoked in the first inning. So what do you say?
I think you leave the O'Neill part out.
Is that right?
Try to accentuate the positive.
Michael Kay said that the whole league's hitting off you, so that didn't help. That didn't go positive either.
So here's Gary Sanchez. He hit his 9th home run last night. And remember, Gary missed most of April, Paul. He's tied with Salvador Perez for 2nd place among catchers with home runs, and only Brian McCann with 10 has more.
Yeah, he's knocking on the door 280, and you know, much closer to where he should be. I think that sometimes when you get hurt as a young player, you try to make it up quick. And Sanchez has been good for about a week.
There's a strike. So the two ribbies for Castro give him 39 on the season. So you've got Judge with 44, Holiday with 42, and Castro with 39.
You see Gary Sanchez on this homestand, 3 home runs to this point.
That one's drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. A long 3-run home run by Sanchez.
Wanted to get that 4 in there before you started your call, Michael, because there was no doubt about this one. Another one, we talked about Scope hitting one over the bullpen. Sanchez, you could see this coming a week ago. Just good swing after good swing. Right now, the Yankee offense is rolling.
Well, now he's tied Brian McCann for the most homers by a catcher.
Well, I'd be very surprised if by the year's end that he's not the leading home run hitter as catchers in baseball. He has this type of power. These great swings, obviously, had a lot to do with the pitches you've seen. A lot of things over the middle of the plate, but hot hitters don't miss them.
Grounded back to Gausman. And he retires Gregorius. So how about this? Sanchez, this is the 12th pitch of the game for Gausman, and the Yankees have 5 runs.
I mean, you can't draw it up any better. Ball's right there, quick to the baseball. No jumping, just let it come to you and just hammer above the bullpen. Seriously, you can only hit a baseball so hard, and it's just like Sanchez, the last 2 balls he's hit have just been like line drives, 430, 440 feet, just bombs.
You almost feel the way he hits him that he and Judge, they dent the baseball. That one's 450 feet. 2-1. 2-2. They didn't think they'd get a souvenir out there. So 10 home runs for Sanchez, now 28 runs batted in. That home run puts him now at 285 on the season batting average. Broken bat, looper into left center, and that is going to dunk in for a base hit. Nothing's going right for the Orioles.
Ideally, Adam Jones, center fielder, takes control here. Buck Showalter feeling the same way as you're speaking, Michael. It's just like, how do we get out of here without anybody getting hurt? Just nothing's going right. Jam shot. Finds a hole. First inning, down 5-0. We're trying to accentuate the positives here, though, Mike.
Well, for the Yankees, yeah, that's not too difficult. Here's Ronald Torreyes getting the start at third base. He's had only 1 at bat on this homestand. Chopped to short. Hardy goes the short way, and that will do it. But the Yankees 5 runs on 5 hits. And the big blow off the bat of Gary Sanchez. It travels 450 feet. Longest home run of his career. 5-0 Yanks. conversation brought to you by Toyota. Prius Prime is the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. How do you feel about the way the Yankees have played in their current stretch of divisional games? Pinstripe BX2. They're winning the games they need to win and having a blast doing it. As a fan, what more can you ask for? Follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag Yankees Prius Prime. Keep the conversation going. Well, you can't ask for much more.
Tell you what, you've been busy this homestand with the home run calls, just right and left. No doubters, too.
Trumbo swings and misses. Well, Chad Green's probably going to Girardi. Forget about the 40, 50, 60 pitches. Let me get a win here.
Yeah.
Let me go 5.
Let me do the math and see how I can get through 5 innings. Problem is he's throwing so many fastballs by people that he's adding up a lot of pitches.
The Orioles have lost 8 in a row on the road. So they play well at Camden Yards, but on the road it's been a problem. And they're 1-11 in their last 12 on the road. Trumbo swings and misses.
I'll tell you what, I mean, he just has life on that fastball, and it's not down the middle of the plate.
That almost had cutter movement, it seemed like. Trumbo missed it by a lot. You make a good point about the fastball. You're going to strike people out. It takes at least 3 pitches, and there's going to be a lot of foul balls, so he's going to get to 60 before he wants to. 5-0 Yankees. Another first inning outburst.
You got to realize in so-called spot starts, though, that you know there's a lot more to them. I mean, you don't know if Tanaka's problems are going to be figured out. So if you're Chad Green, you got to figure out, well, this might be an opportunity to meet a knock on the door if there does come a time where we need a starter for a while. Michael, you mentioned he was starting in the minor league, so he does have a history of that.
Now, what's unusual about this is June 11th. And this is the first time this year that the Yankees have used a 6th starter. Now, when Joe was asked about it before the game, he said, I'd be shocked if you told me in spring training that would happen. He said, I looked the other day. He said, and Seattle has used 12 already. So this is the first time they've used a 6th starter. It took them 60 games. That's the longest streak to begin a season before using the 6th starter since 1975. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Green.
You know, and it was not because of an injury. It was just because, you know, you're trying to give Tanaka an extra day, and you see this ball actually kind of comes up and in and just by Trumbo. And you got to realize Trumbo's a good quality hitter. Just threw the ball by him.
Now in 75, that team, it took them 99 games before they used the 6th starter. This is from Stats Inc. So the 5 starters they used: Catfish Hunter, Doc Medich, Rudy May, Pat Dobson, and Larry Gore, before they finally used Tippy Martinez in game number 100. We are giving fans of my age a little throwback. Yeah, this is those are names from our childhood. Doc Medich was actually traded for Willie Randolph.
Larry Gura ended up in Kansas City, right?
Swing and a miss. Count 2-1 on Davis.
You see Davis, you know, he's a prolific power hitter, and, you know, big guys have trouble with that ball upstairs because their swing's a little uppercut, a little longer if you're throwing 95 plus, which Green is. So it's a big difference. Sorry, Michael. There it is again. Probably won't be the last time I step on your toes up here. Huh?
Well, you shouted 4 in the middle of the Sanchez.
That was a good call, though, wasn't it? Immediately. No hesitation, no nothing.
2-2 count on Davis. 1 out here in the second. Yankees lead 5-0. Pitch. Just missed outside.
There's a book on broadcasting, Mike. I'd probably flunk. Is that what you're saying? A few things here and there that I don't follow by the rule.
No. But yeah, there'd be some
rules.
pop quizzes.
Pop quizzes were never my thing either.
I bet.
You give me a little warning here.
And the 3-2. High fly ball. Left center. Hicks puts it away. Second out.
And you see how easy Hicks makes that play, which tells me that the sun is not an angle where it's a problem to the outfielders at this point. Jamesy, let's go to the work over there. Now, we went to the 5-man rotation. How long? Now, back when we had 4-man rotations. Did we get through a year? 4-man rotation went through the whole year?
I bet you when the Orioles had the 420-game winners.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what, 67 or was it 69?
I think it was 69. Oh, 71. 71. 69 was when they lost to the Mets in the World Series. So that was Pat Dobson, Mike Cuellar, Dave McNally, and Jim Palmer.
Pretty good rotation.
Not bad.
Game winners.
2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. They actually had 7 starting pitchers for the 71 Orioles. Grant Jackson made 9 starts. Dave Leonard 6 and Dave Boswell 1. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Green deals. Still 2-2. Jack Curry just texted me that the 1927 Yankees, Murderers Row, they used 25 players the whole year. Nobody came up from Scranton. Well, they didn't have a farm club in Scranton.
They didn't have a shuttle?
Somehow they still got it done. Here's the 3-2. And he walks him. So Mancini works a walk.
Batting 7 is the catcher, number 29, Wellington Castillo.
Castillo came up the DL for last night's game. And they sent down Francisco Pena. Castillo got hurt when the Yankees were in Baltimore. He got a foul tip in an unfortunate place and had to spend the night in the emergency room.
Wow. Be a tough night in the emergency room.
The weird part about that, a year to the day before, a year to the day, last season, Caleb Joseph had the same injury. That one is wrapped to left field. Gardner's back, and he puts it away, although Joseph's injury was much more severe. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the second, 5-0 Yanks. Injury Report brought to you by Montefiore, doing more in state-of-the-art healthcare. Aroldis Chapman scheduled to pitch Tuesday in Tampa, Friday in Trenton, and could be in Oakland on Saturday as he comes back from shoulder issues. And Jacoby Ellsbury will not make this trip with the Yankees, expected to increase all activities this week to see if these activities give him a headache again. So there's no timetable for Ellsbury's return. And that just puts off a very difficult decision for Joe Girardi, because when Ellsbury comes back, you're not taking Hicks out of center field. You're just not. So I guess they'll give guys rest, but I think Hicks is going to stay the starting center fielder for a while. Here's Gardner. He started the Yankees first with a ground single up the middle, extends his hitting streak to 5 straight. Well, we did some homework for you, Paul. Really, James Smythe did. In the expansion era, which is since 1961, which is the year I was born, the fewest starting pitchers used by a team in a season is 5. Fly ball, center field. Jones is there. 1 away. The 1966 Dodgers, Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale, Claude Osteen, and Don Sutton, they started the majority of the games, and Joe Mueller had 8 games started.
Another great pitching staff.
And then the 2003 Mariners, Jamie Moyer, Ryan Franklin, Joel Pinheiro, Freddie Garcia, and Gil Mesh were the only 5 starters they used.
Nice. So it can happen. It just doesn't happen very often.
Well, with a 5-man staff, I guess it's just that once in 2013. The Dodgers had a 4-man staff. So Joe Moeller, I believe that's how his name is pronounced, made just 8 starts. Two-one. Before Sanchez's home run, this is coming into this game, the Yankees were on pace for 269 home runs this year. And the 98 that they've hit through their first 59 games is the most home runs ever in the franchise history through 59 games. The previous had been 96, the 2002 team.
And obviously you have Aaron Judge, who's leading the major leagues, but you also, with 4 or 5 guys in double figures.
Now 6 with Castro.
Yeah, I mean, it's up and down the lineup, which makes it very difficult for opposing pitchers.
That one's popped up left side. And Mancini can't make the play. In fact, Paul, after Sanchez hit his 10th, that gave the Yankees 6 with double digits. No other team has more than 4.
You know, you look at Buck Showalter, and it's not effort. I mean, guys are playing hard, they're trying. It's just everything is going bad right now. Plays just can't be made. Starting pitching is digging a hole day in and day out, which backfires the bullpen, and then half your bullpen's on the disabled list. It's just a tough time, tough going for Buck Showalter and the Orioles right now.
Two. 3-2 on Hicks. And Hicks works a walk.
We've gone over this whole homestand, how patient he's been, and on-base percentages, you know, they don't lie numbers-wise, well over 400, and it's all about, you know, commanding the strike zone.
Let's take a look at the Volkswagen League leaders. So Judge hit his 19th yesterday, leads the majors. Justin Smoke has 18 and 7 are tied with 17. Judge singled to right. That was in the first inning. One and 0.
Gausman in a tough position where, you know, if you're throwing good strikes, you know, you give up a 5 spot in the first inning. And if you get them trying to nibble, then you start walking people. So it's just, you know, it's a very, very difficult place for a pitcher to be in, facing a hot team up and down the lineup.
That one gets past Castillo. Hicks will go to second, throw not in time. Now Judge also leads in highest exit velocity. Yesterday's home run, 121.1 miles per hour. And you said this on Friday, Paul, that he would have the top 6 at one point. Now he has the top 4, then Stanton and Trumbo. And that home run yesterday, hardest hit in the StatCast era, which is a couple of years. A strike. It's got to be a little daunting for a pitcher, a daunting task, because he hits balls in every quadrant of the strike zone. There's not one place that you can go. That's why he gets walked a lot. We mentioned this the other day. John Smoltz said high fastball, low fastball, both out of the zone. He doesn't get hits off those, but there aren't pitchers that can go there that often.
And that's, you know, he had a tendency a few days ago to go after the high pitch just out of the strike zone. He struck out a couple times, but a little minor adjustment at not swinging that pitch. Yeah, and it's ball 4.
3-1.
Wow.
3-2.
As with Gary Sanchez and what he's going through, you just feel like every swing, something's going to happen good for the Yankees when Judge is locked in the way he is.
Three-two, and he walks.
You got to be satisfied with that. If you're Aaron Judge, I know that when you're hot, you know, it's a good day to hit. You want something to hit, but you've got to be patient enough to take these walks, because if you start expanding that strike zone, you start making outs, and then it kind of snowballs into, you know, frustration.
Now, hitting in front of Judge is a great spot. Hitting behind him, also a good spot. You're going to get a lot of RBI opportunities. Holiday has 42 ribbies so far as he steps in first and second, one out. Fouled away.
It's funny, Mike, you look at this team and everybody says you're not quite expected where they are. You know, something small had to change, and obviously it is the younger guys taking off, but it would not surprise me if, you know, you really looked under everything, if Matt Holliday wasn't like the perfect fit for this team to help younger players go to the approach of hitting, and has really helped, you know, in his way, kind of turned around the way this team goes about its business.
In spring training, you could see how highly respected he was. Kids were following him around, all the young players, and he loved it. He accepted that responsibility. Matt has 6 home runs this year against the Orioles. So 6 of his 13 have come against Baltimore pitching. 2-2. Hicks at second, Judge at first. Three and two.
See Gosman and Castillo's trying to move him around the plate. He's just not been able to hit that inside corner against righties, which allows him to stay out over the plate a little bit more and kind of wail on that ball away.
Three-two, and he walks. Bases loaded for Castro. Same deal as the first inning.
This is like a dream day if you're Castro, to be hot. You're having a great year, nice warm day. First two at bats, you walk to the plate, bases loaded.
And the Orioles, I mean, they're loath to go to the bullpen this early again.
I mean, by the starting pitching being as bad as it has in the last couple of weeks, it has worn out the bullpen too. And so it's, again, Buck Showalter's just in a position where you might have to leave that starter in longer than you want to.
And this has the feel of a game. If the Yankees continue to hit that, you'll see a position player pitching an inning.
Well, I heard you on the radio. I think Don had you starting. So you might have to suit up tonight.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
You can still throw hard. He'll get you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know that my endurance would be too good at this point.
Want to know? Well, there is somebody warming right now. Get our glasses on. It's Logan Barrett. Yankees looking to blow this open right here in the second inning. One and one. Hicks at third, Judge at second, Holiday at first. Yankees up 5-0, looking for a sweep of the Orioles in this three-game set. And looking to go 5-1 on this important homestand. Grounded to second. There's one. Scope goes to first for an inning-ending double play. No runs, no hits, 3 walks, 2 men left. We'll go to the third. baseball break brought to you by T-Mobile. How about some division leaders? Yankees lead the East. The Twins, the Central, and the Astros running away with it in the West. In the National League, the Nationals are leading the National League East. The surprising Brewers and the more surprising, I guess they're equally surprising, Colorado Rockies. And they just handled the Cubs very easily. So that's where we stand on this Sunday. June 11th, the division leaders, Yankees lead 5-0 as Chad Green delivers a strike to J.J. Hardy. He'll start in third.
Think about the Rockies and Arizona, both kind of surprises. Both having really good years out there in the West in the National League. Get the bullpen up, you know, he kind of a magic number of 60, so a long inning would basically put him at 60.
Yep. Jason Shreve is up. His lefty counterpart out there was let go today, Tommy Lane. So the Yankees really don't have a matchup lefty in the bullpen, but Joe Girardi explained the way our bullpen lays out. We've got right-handers that get out lefties, and line drive, a base hit past Torreyes and down the left field line. Goes into the corner, and J.J. Hardy will hobble into second with a double.
Yeah, first ball hit hard off a green. It's in a fastball count. J.J. Hardy, a good fastball hitter. Just out of Torreyes' reach.
Here's Ruben Tejada. Foul back to the screen, 0-1. One and one. If you joined us late, the reason that Green's starting, Masahiro Tanaka struggled, and they just felt an extra day would probably benefit him. So he'll start tomorrow night against the LA Angels in Anaheim. 1-1. Fouled away. Now, what makes this tough, you know, Paul mentioned, he's at 51 pitches right now, so you're going to have to get around 20 outs out of the bullpen, and there are no off days on this West Coast trip. You start right away tomorrow, 3 games in Anaheim, 4 against Oakland, so this does compromise your bullpen. Now, the Yankees have been fortunate. Their starters have given them length, so it's a well-rested bullpen, but that could change in one day if you have to go to it a lot in one game, and they will have to today. Fly ball, right center, and that is going to be in there for a base hit. Bounces up against the scoreboard. Hardy will score, and Tejada is at second with an RBI double. 5-1 Yanks. So just like that, a couple of doubles, and here comes Joe Girardi. Top of the order coming up, and he's going to take the ball from Green. And now the parade out of the bullpen will begin. Seth Smith against Chasen Shreve. Yankees lead 5-1. 7 innings of relief as Chad Green turns over a 5-1 lead, but the pitch count was up there. And with the lefty coming up, they said, well, let's bring in Shreve right now. He's pitched very well this year in 13 games. You see a 0.57 ERA, 15 and 2/3 innings, 18 strikeouts. So Tejada's at second, nobody out, 1 run in. Shreve against Smith. Fouled away.
Well, Michael, you mentioned a lot of the righties have the ability to get out lefties, and Shreve has the ability to get out righties as well. I mean, he has a good split finger fastball that he uses to righties. Obviously, you're predominantly going to see him come in against lefties, and that's what this matchup is. But he does fare well against righties.
Pitch is high. Now he rediscovered that splitter, which kind of abandoned him last year, and that's why he struggled so much. And now he's again become a valued member of that bullpen that Girardi trusts.
Yeah, he really closes that front shoulder in his setup, and it kind of hides the baseball from the hitter. It's all about not picking up the ball from a pitcher as a hitter that makes him tough. And he kind of really closes so that ball is behind him. You get to pick it up very well.
If you take a look from this angle and what your angle would be in the batter's box, Paul, I mean, how often do you see the guy? You can see that he wears number 45. So he really does hide it.
Yeah, and so you're not going to pick the ball up until it's out in this spot. It just doesn't give you a lot of time as a hitter to pick up the spin of the ball.
Did he go? No, he did not. It's that Andy Fletcher. So the Yankees have an opportunity at the bottom of the second to really close it out. But a double play now, 5-1. And the Orioles threatening for more. That one is ripped to right field. It's a base hit. That'll go to the wall. That'll score Tejada. Smith is going to go to second, and he will make it with an RBI double. It's 5-2 Yanks.
All of a sudden, a quick wake-up call for the Yankees. Hey, Baltimore's just not going to start up the buses and get out of here. There's a lot of game left. And Michael, you said it. You're in the bullpen. You got a lot of uncertainty on how you're going to get these outs. Ball kind of tails back in. Smith stays on top of it. Tough pitch to hit for a lefty too.
So 3 straight doubles for the Orioles. I've given them a 2 spot, still nobody out. Here's Jonathan Scope. So Green's line is now complete. 2+ innings. 4 hits and 2 runs. 3 strikeouts and no walks.
Boy, he did hit the wall quick, and it just goes to show they knew exactly where he was as far as arm strength wise. The first couple innings, just throwing the ball by people.
Ripped and inside third and down the left field line. That'll score Smith. Scope rounds first. He's going to go to second. 4 straight doubles, and now Yankees lead by a score of 5-3.
5-3, and again, no outs. And Scope quick inside, and when he does make contact, he usually hits the ball extremely hard. That ball's by Torreyes before he has an opportunity to react.
Here's Adam Jones. It's amazing how a baseball game has such ebb and flows, because now a laugher's turned into a nail biter. Now Holder is up. Waved at that pitch. 0-2 on Jones. Missed outside. Right back to Shreve. Checks the runner back. Gets the out of first. One away.
And the split finger, you kind of turn it over off the end of the bat. Good job. Frees the runner. Get the out at first. Sometimes getting that first out when you've given up these long innings. The hardest one to get.
Still not out of trouble. Here's Mark Trumbo, who struck out against Green in the second inning. Runner at second, one man out. Yankees lead 5-3, top of the third. Foul back to the screen. Another foul ball. 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Shreve. Count 0-2.
Trumbo had a huge year last year, and you saw after that last pitch, good pitch to hit out over the plate. Difference in those great years, fouling those pitches off. Still, the guy could do a lot of damage. As far as power numbers, really hasn't found that power stroke yet to this point this year.
Scope leads off second. Just drove in his 34th ribby of the year. 3 runs in for the Orioles. Well, now the Yankees could look at Gausman and go, okay, or the Orioles could and say, well, we made it a game, now stop them.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, Buck Showalter realizes his bullpen's short. Gausman's struggling. So, even if you fight back in, you got to figure out, that the Yankees are probably going to add a few more runs before this thing's over. Getting back into the game is not the point. It's trying to get ahead by the 9th inning.
Swing and a miss, got him. He tipped it, and Sanchez, I guess they say hit the dirt, so Trumbo's still up there.
We'll be able to see it here. It's kind of the split finger. Yeah, I did see some dirt go up.
Now Joe's coming out and talking with Alan Porter. He doesn't think that it was caught on a bounce. I don't think it was either.
I think he caught that ball. I think that's a strike 3. I think the glove is what moved the dirt, but the ball was in the pocket of the glove. From that angle, tough to tell, but from that side angle, clearly see right here that the ball goes into the webbing of the glove.
Never touches the dirt. It's the dirt's edge that kind of kicked up, or the glove's edge that kicked up some dirt. Now they're calling out Showalter.
This probably won't go well, Michael. What do you think?
We'll see how they call it. And it looks like Buck is a little chapped because you see Trumbo walking back. And now Joe West will jog over, try to diffuse this.
Oh, Joe's usually really good at that too, Michael.
And you can see what Showalter said. He pointed to the three umpires. He said, "You mean they saw it better than you did? You're right there." Now this could all be put to bed if they'd allow this to be reviewed.
Right.
Obviously, you see on the replay that he caught it on the fly.
You know, they could also ask us, Michael, because we saw the replay.
That's right. It is a little hard to believe, though, Paul, that umpires at most, at the very least 95 feet away, would see that. But Alan Porter didn't. Well, they got it right. So it's a strikeout of Trumbo.
And from the side angle again, I mean, this is the right call, and it's a big out for the Yankees.
So here's Chris Davis as Shreve tries to navigate out of this inning. 1-0.
A good job by Sanchez there, not giving in and giving him a fastball. Chris Davis in fastball counts, extremely dangerous, power as good as anybody. Possibly maybe not Judge, but ahead of the curve, let's put it that way.
Count 2-1.
Well, it's been a long inning defensively. You look around the field. It does get frustrating as a defensive player, you know, 10, 15, 20 minutes out in the field waiting.
So 3-1 with Mancini on deck. Runner at second, 2 outs, 3 runs in. Yankees lead 5-3, a 5 spot in the first inning for the Yanks. The big blow, a 3-run home run off the bat of Gary Sanchez.
Yeah, dangerous pitch here. I mean, this is where Chris Davis makes his money. You know, cripple counts, 2-0, 3-1. And it looks to a certain area.
And the 3-2. He struck him out. But the Orioles get back in the game. 3 runs on 4 doubles. 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Yankees 5, Orioles 3. Yankees are in Anaheim to take on the LA Angels. Coverage will start at 9:30 with the Chevy Yankees pregame. Then Ken Singleton and John Flaherty will have the call right here on Yes and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Speaking of that series, it's Tanaka against Alex Meyer tomorrow night. Then CC Sabathia against JC Ramirez, so an initial matchup right there. And Michael Pineda against Matt Schumacher. There you have it.
So let's think about Tanaka goes lights out tomorrow.
Right.
Do you try to keep him on a 6-day rotation, or do you just bounce him right back to 5?
I think you bounce him back to 5.
Yeah.
There's Sanchez. You know, Joe was asked today, well, what happens if Tanaka gets hit hard again? On Monday, he said he'll start Saturday. I mean, he wants no part of taking Tanaka out of the rotation.
Yeah, you talk about the track record in the back of baseball cards, and if you check out Tanaka's, very impressive.
Also a belated, because we weren't on the air yesterday, the game was on Fox, a belated happy birthday to our buddy Ken Singleton. Birthday yesterday.
Kenny never ages, though.
No.
He celebrates birthdays, but doesn't get any older. Unlike you and I, Michael.
I think you're aging a little bit better than I am. But
yeah. Look good for 70, don't you?
You really do. You really do. The 0-2. 1-2. So Gausman back in this game after the Orioles with the 4 doubles get 3 runs. Let's see what he can do. Gave up 5 in the first, got into trouble in the second, got a big double play, ground ball off the bat of Castro to end the inning. 1-2. Fouled away.
Gausman at 96 there, but you know, target was up and in. Ball ends up and away. So, you know, velocity's not everything. It's about putting the ball where it's supposed to be.
Grounded to third. Fielded by Tejada, the long throw. He gets Sanchez. Here's Didi, who has a 12-game hitting streak. Tap back to the mound in the first inning. 9 for 22 during the streak, hitting .322. That one is looped into center field. Is going to dunk in for a base hit and a 13-game hitting streak.
good things happen on good swings. You stay level through the strike zone, even if you get jammed a little bit. You gotta give yourself an opportunity. You see, watch that bat. It stays through the ball. Does it come off of it? Even though it gets in on the label a little bit. Enough for a base hit.
Here's Chris Carter. He blooped a single in the left center, kind of a miscommunication between Mancini and Jones. Pitch outside. Two and 0 on Carter. On this homestand, Carter 2 home runs, 6 ribbies.
Look at Gausman, and hasn't given up a run this inning, but just nothing looks easy. He's having trouble control-wise. He's having trouble putting hitters in a hole.
3-0. He struggled against the Yankees, Paul. April 8th, 4 2/3, 8 hits, 4 runs. The 28th, 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs. The 31st, he got a win, 5 1/3, 8 hits, and 2 earned runs. So that was his best start. So 1-0 with a 6.19. Strike clips the outside corner, 3-1.
It has been a while since the pitcher scouting report, but I want to reiterate the fact that he's almost 20 pitches per inning, so it's not like just today. It's been an ongoing thing where he's just laboring to get through innings.
Check the swing. Did he go? No, he did not. So a walk to Carter. Well, I'll tell you, Paul, Showalter and the Oriole organization, they have to be very concerned. A, the way Gausman's pitching, and then Tillman. A healthy Tillman would not pitch the way he did yesterday.
Yeah, that it is surprising. I mean, he had so much success, and then all of a sudden, it's frustrating, obviously, because then it like we've talked about, it affects the rest of your team. It affects the rest of the bullpen, and then just when you give up a 6th spot in the first inning, it basically takes your team out of the game mentally.
Here's Torreyes. $11 base runners for the Yankees, and we're here in the 3rd inning with just 1 out. See the Yankee logo on the stick of eye black. I would think as that pitch is outside. Let me ask you, Paul. You put the eye black on it, and you've got a logo on it. Wouldn't that be distracting? Wouldn't you see the logo?
I don't think so. I think it's obviously it does away from the real charcoal that smears all over, but I think it's all about the reflection that it's supposed to help.
But if you have high cheekbones, wouldn't you see the white part of the NY logo?
I don't think you look down. I mean, I'm trying to look down. I don't think I noticed it. I don't think you notice the eye black on. It just kind of absorbs some of the reflection.
No one wore eye black better than Mattingly.
Oh, he was a pro.
That was the best.
I even had him put it on me one day.
Did he?
Yeah.
And how'd you like it?
I smeared it all over my face. It looked cool for a minute or two.
Mattingly, no stick 'em. It was real. It was eye black. What would you do? He would heat up a cork, or it was just like
there was actual eye black. It almost looked like a lipstick case. The old days, you're right. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it was the charcoal off of the end of something.
So 2-1 count on Torreyes. Grounded to short. Let's see if they turn 2. There's one on to first. It's a double play. So once again, a double play bails out Gausman. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 3 in the books here at the stadium. The Yankees lead this 5-3, but now the Yankees are seeing it. They're going to challenge, and they are not. So that will do it. Yankees 5, Orioles 3. We'll be back. if you'd like, for your 2017 All-Stars with the Esurance MLB All-Star Game ballot. Go to Yankees.com/vote and catch all of the excitement of the 88th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 11th, and that'll be live on Fox. Look what we dug up, Paul, just for your enjoyment. A picture of Don Mattingly.
The pro.
The perfect eye black. Donnie B-Ball.
Cap was a fun guy to play with.
You liked him right away, right? I could tell.
First guy that I really sat down and talked to when I was traded over here. It just happened that we kind of walked into spring training at the same time.
There's Trey Mancini to lead off against the new Yankee pitcher, Jonathan Holder. Audi scoreboard 5-3 Yankees lead, so 8 runs in 3 innings. So it's apropos that today is bat day at the stadium.
Just in case the fans want to get up there and hit, looks so easy, huh?
Sure does. I'm having big problems with giveaway days now with 2 kids. You're going to make one ticked off all the time.
You're not taking one home today.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to steal somebody's bat.
You can have mine. I'll donate mine to Team K over there.
All right, thank you.
Don't blame me when somebody gets whacked with it when you get home, though.
And then I got yelled at yesterday because we weren't working, and it was the wiffle ball bat day.
No, that comes into play with.
I know.
You could play the wiffle ball game out back.
Why didn't you get that, Dad? I wasn't there. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. So the count 3-2.
Did you give him, like, I could be here with you or I could get you the bat? Which one do you want?
Much too abstract. I thought about going there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they would have gone for the bat.
Sometimes I didn't want that answer, so I wouldn't ask that question.
Fly ball, right field. And out of play, first row. So the Yankees travel to Anaheim tonight. They play tomorrow. Was that tough, the long flight and playing the next day, or is it just tougher coming back? Because usually have the day off and coming back.
Actually, I like flying in there and actually playing tomorrow. There was times where you fly in.
Fly ball down the right field line. Judge in the corner. And that is a foul ball, just foul.
We ran out of room quick, but yeah, to the point, a lot of times you would fly out there, have a day off, and then play the next day. It was almost like you had a 2-day window there, and that's when the time change really seemed to kind of beat you up. Just to fly in tonight, you think you sleep in late. The next thing you know, you look at the clock, it's like 6 in the morning. It's like, hey, wait a minute here. It is a long day tomorrow, so you know you'll be ready for the night game.
So Mancini missed a home run by just a bit, right down the line. 3-2, and Holder walks him.
And look at the newest member of the 600 home run club going out there, huh? Albert Pujols.
But they will not see Mike Trout, which is bad for baseball, but good for the Yankees.
Yeah, I had that injury, that torn ligament in your thumb. It's just time. It is what it is. It's 6-8 weeks, and then you get back, and it takes a week or two to to get your strength back.
Did you do that sliding into a bag or play in the outfield?
Play in the outfield, kind of sliding in, and your thumb's kind of in the glove, so it can't really bend, and it just that kind of chips the bone, and that ligament comes off, and they got to fix it.
The 0-1. 1-1. Yankees flirting right now, giving that 5-run lead back, as Holder is the third pitcher. Chad Green made the start, then Shreve got 3 outs in the third. Now Jonathan Holder has walked the batter. He's 1-1 on Castillo.
You're looking for that one guy to come out of the bullpen and be sharp and give 3 or 4 innings. And so far with Shreve and Holder, both of them come in struggling a little bit. After the first inning. Larry thought this was going to be a nice, easy day. 5-run lead.
Two and two on Castillo.
Two different types of pitcher. Early in the game, Green, you'll see him fastball counts. He would challenge you with a fastball. Holder likes his curveball, will go to it in fastball counts.
Two. Can they turn two? There's one on to first. Hits a double play.
Well, Didi had to wait a little fraction of a second for the ball to come up. Kind of set the playoff rhythm. So he kind of came up on him. Gets rid of it. And again, the play that makes the difference here is the inability of the runner to take out the second baseman now in baseball. You watch Castro can just stay in there and not worry about getting flipped over there. A big double play for Holder. Now you start to establish some kind of rhythm. You start pumping strikes, getting ahead of hitters.
Oh and 2 on Hardy. Hardy started that double parade in the third, 4 straight doubles. Got the Orioles back in the game, but he's down 0-2 in the count now against Holder, who deals 1 and 2. Lined into left center field. It's a base hit, cutting over his Hicks. And Hardy is 2 for 2.
Hardy's swinging the bat pretty well this series on fastballs. He's driving them. He's staying on top. Line drive to the left last time. Line drive to center this time. And that level swing. Good sound.
Here's Tejada. Grounded in the hole. Backhanded by Gregorius. Off balance throw to first. Got him. Oh, what a play by Didi. He nails Tejada, who was going for the single. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. A sparkling play by the Yankees shortstop. Off balance throw and a scoop by Carter to end the inning. Games on TV. You can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app. Take Yankees baseball on Yes with you wherever you go. Brett Gardner will lead off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Yankees lead 5-3. Gardner's 1 for 2. Gosman's still in there. And he swings at the first pitch, and a nice backhand stab by Davis. He'll take it himself, 1 away. So that'll bring up Aaron Hicks, who walked his last time up. That was Hicks' 32nd walk. He has 31 strikeouts. So he's one of 4 American League qualifiers with more walks than strikeouts. The other ones, Dustin Pedroia, Mookie Betts, and Robbie Grossman. And there are 4 in the National League as well. Buster Posey, Joey Votto, Anthony Rizzo, and Anthony Rendon. Audi scoreboard, 5-3 Yankees over the O's. Pitch is low, 1-0.
There's something cool here, Michael. I just got a text. I met an officer when I was in Cincinnati, and he just said, I know you're working, sir, but I just wanted to let you know that you are live on TV in Iraq.
Wow.
And you can always thank the service members at the AFL network, which is the Armed Forces Network. They ensure that they get to see the events like this, the Yankee game. So, hello, folks. That is pretty awesome stuff.
And a very hearty thank you from everybody here in the States. 2-0. 3-0. You look around the ballpark, and there are a lot of people here. Again, this has been some homestand for the Yankees. Over 260,000 fans in 6 games. And, you know, what it took was, this is a young, exciting Yankee team that people want to see. The weather got good. The Red Sox and the Orioles came to town, so they were divisional games. And it starts to matter. Fans are engaged. Obviously, TV ratings are up as well. This is a team, and this is a player coming up right here that people want to see. They want to see live, and if they're not there, they want to get to the TV and watch his at-bats. This has become a very fun team. I think we're going to see crowds like this the rest of the year.
I tell you what, every day I go in the gym, people come up, and, you know, in the past they would, you know, what's wrong with the Yankees? Are they going to get it? And now that there is excitement in fans' eyes and voices about what is becoming hopefully the next run for the New York Yankees if you're a Yankee fan.
Pitches outside the Judge. I don't think anybody expected that this year. I think they thought it was a process and that it would happen in a couple of years. But this year, I mean, everything, you can't say everything's gone great. Tanaka hasn't been great.
Yeah.
Bird's been hurt. So Headley has had an awful May, but still they're getting it done. It's a pretty amazing run, and Ellsbury is hurt. So they're in first place in the East, and I think people are excited. Why shouldn't they be?
You could look at it in 2 ways. It's like, you know, there are some problems, but you also could look at it, hey, you know, the Yankees could still become better. You know, Tanaka gets back to being himself. Ellsbury back in the lineup. Bird becomes, you know, what he was in spring training. So, you know, Joe Girardi's got to be excited about the future of this team right now.
And not just the future, Paul, but the present, because you know, we've seen them all now. The Red Sox obviously have flaws. The Orioles have flaws. The Blue Jays have flaws, and Tampa Bay does. So the Yankees might be thinking at this point, hey, why not us?
Yeah, no doubt. And I think we talked before the game, Michael, after that first game against Boston, you kind of sat back and like, well, you know, maybe they're going to get their wake-up call here. And that was 4 games ago, and they've absolutely blitzed the last 4 games offensively.
Line drive, base hit. Moving to third is Hicks. Judge is going for 2. He will make it, and the magic wand of Aaron Judge continues. Boy, he swings that gavel.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He is absolutely having a fantastic, just dream rookie season. Hanging slider. But he has put himself in a position time and time again to hit mistakes, and that's what you do as a good hitter. Again, not everything is going to be a home run off his bat. Even in Yesmo, you see the power behind that swing and the extension and the length. big man playing a little game, a little man's game.
So between Hicks and Judge, it's the fourth inning. They've been on base 5 times. So the Yank Aaron's are doing well. Here's Holiday. The 0-1. 1-1. Logan Verrett's up again. Well, I'll tell you what, Gausman has been teetering, but the 2 double plays have been huge for him. Let's see if he can wiggle out of this. A big at bat for Holiday. He's walked twice. Keeping it away from Holiday, 2-1.
About you, Michael, but does it seem like Gausman's thrown 150 pitches today and he's only at 73?
That one is looped into center field. It's a base hit. Scoring is Hicks. Here comes Judge. He'll score. It's a 2-run single for Holiday, and the Yankees lead 7-3.
You know, Michael, you had a feeling, and I think Buck Showalter knows that, you know, Gausman wasn't through out of the woods. He was going to give up more runs, but again, you have to give this pitching staff every chance, because going to the bullpen is not always good too, and he's going to give it a shot now.
Well, he went as far as he could go with Gausman, who kept teetering, and finally a big hit for the Yankees and kind of get back the momentum. So they lead 7-3. So Showalter will go to the bullpen. He'll bring in Verrett. Coming up is Castro. Delta, we fly to the most destinations from New York City to get you where you're going. Delta, keep climbing. And by Ford, the official truck of the New York Yankees. Yankees keep climbing, and it's 7-3 now. And everybody at the ballpark enjoying it. They're turning bat day into another offensive explosion as they lead 7-3 here in the fourth. And a new pitcher for the Orioles, it's Logan Verrett. This will be his fourth game, 2-0. He's pitched 8 innings, 8 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. So Holiday with 2 ribbies on that single, has 44 on the season. That ties him with Judge. And here's Castro's trying to get into the 40s. He had a 2-run single with the bases loaded in the first and then wrapped into a double play with the bases loaded in the second. Now, you could question Showalter about not walking Holiday with the first base open and pitching to Castro, but he decided to go to Holiday, and Holiday got the hit.
inside out, and it's all about the approach. And runners in scoring position, it's not always about the home run. Matt Holliday staying inside, jamming himself, but forcing the ball up the middle. No secret why he's driven in 100 runs a lot of years in his career.
One and one. So Gausman actually had 6 walks and did not strike out a batter. The last time somebody did that against the Yankees was Omar Olivares of the Angels, 1999. Grounded to third. Going to be a long throw for Tejada. He makes it as Holliday advances to second. And the only difference with Olivares at 99, 6 walks, no strikeouts, but still won because he threw 6 2/3 shutout innings.
A lot of double plays in that game.
You remember that game?
I remember facing him a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks, James. James just informed me I was 0 for 4 with a double play. Appreciate that. Hope your computer breaks over there.
Here's Gary Sanchez. Sanchez with a long 3-run home run in the first, a 450-foot blast. And a strike from Barrett. The 450-foot home run, that's the longest home run of his career. He had 20 last year and 10 this year. Holliday at second, 2 men out. Barrett on in relief of Gausman. High fly ball, left field. Adam Jones is there to put it away, and that will do it. But the Yankees get 2 big runs, 2 hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. Let's take it to the 5th. Yankees lead this 7-3. Cooler in the studio than it is here at the stadium, about 90 degrees at game time. And the Yankees, their offense remains hot as they lead 7-3 as we go to the 5th inning. And Jonathan Holder comes out for his 2nd inning of work. Green started, Shreve in the 3rd, Holder came on in the 4th. And the GMC scoreboard shows you top of the 5th, Yankees 7, Orioles 3. And the pitch to Smith is a strike. Smith is 1 for 2. Breaking ball strike.
Yeah, that's a good breaking ball right there. And again, if you're Joe Girardi, you're looking for that 1-2 inning spurt where you throw up quick innings. Just freezes him.
The 0-2. That one is looped into center field. It is a base hit for Smith. He's 2 for 3. And we will go back to Bob Lorenz for more information. Bob? Oh, you should have seen it today, Bob. It was amazing. Amazing.
We talking about breakfast?
No, the pregame celebration we have after we nail the open.
Oh.
Yeah, you were happy with today.
Like cartwheels down the hall, right?
Here's Jonathan Scope. And there's a strike. Now Adam Warren gets up. Swing and a miss. You know, the Cubs have really struggled this year, Paul. When you guys won in '96, was the next year tough? You know, trying to repeat. Do you think repeat right away? Is there a lot more pressure?
You know what it is you want to get back to that spot, you
right.
know, and you kind of just assume that's going to happen, and sometimes you get an early wake-up call that you forget about how you got there. And the Cubs are a good baseball team, and that division, before it's over, they'll probably win it pretty easily. But this game is not. It's harder to win the second, third, fourth time around than it is the first time. A lot of things have to go well for teams to win.
Well, after the series with the Rockies, they'll head to New York to play the Mets at Citi Field starting tomorrow. 1-2. Grounded foul.
Cespedes had a nice welcome back. A grand slam yesterday.
Yeah. He's out for 6 weeks.
Yeah, he's still limping around too.
Popped up. Torres makes the play. Our producer, Troy Benjamin, just informed me that Yoenis took 35 seconds on the home run trot.
That's not usually good. It doesn't usually go over well in the other dugout.
Nobody's going to mess with Yoenis Cespedes. So out of the dugout comes Larry Rothschild with Adam Jones at the plate. So 27 pitches for Holder.
Larry definitely got a different weather report than we did today, Michael.
Yeah, he does have that. I guess it's fleece. I'm not quite sure what it's made of. But
he's got sleeves under it too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Showalter got the same weather report as Larry.
Yeah. He's expecting rain too. He's got that's Manny Machado with the hood in case it gets a little chilly later. And boy, did they miss him. You're talking about one of the better players in baseball.
Well, they've got a super tough decision with him. You know, at the end of 2018, he's a free agent. And if you're not going to keep him, if you don't think you can afford him, obviously they want him, but he might take upwards of $35 to $40 million a year. As an organization, you have to decide, do we trade him and get something for him? Fly ball center. Hicks is there. 2 away.
Yeah, you watched him over there, and that little stem that you have on your hand right there.
Right.
That's not him moving his hand. That's an electrical stimulation thing, and that's, you know, you try to get blood in there and heal that. But you're right, Michael. I mean, $200, $300, $400 million, I don't know. That's going to be the contract that Manny Machado, with his age and his abilities, is going to command.
Oh, that is weird. That is putting a lot of stimulation in that hand. Here comes Joe Girardi. He'll take the ball from Holder, and the Yankees go to the bullpen again. They've got to mix and match to get through 9. They lead 7-3 here on Yes. That adds up the Yankees 7, Orioles 3, and Adam Warren will come on, try to get the final out of the 5th inning. This will be Adam's 23rd game of the year, 29 and 2/3 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, 15 hits, 9 walks. Opponents at 147 against him. Had a little bit of a cold streak there, but seems to have pulled out of it. So it'll be Trumbo against Warren, with a runner on first and 2 outs.
I think ideally Joe Girardi would have loved to see Warren come in the 6th for a couple. But the, you know, the power of the lineup right here. You know, you're looking at a big out right here. Not allowing Chris Davis to get up and put this thing back on the map.
Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Well, Adam Warren will use his fastball, but that's what he wants to do, and that's to paint that slider on the outside corner to righties.
Swing and a miss.
And another one, 2 consecutive good sliders right off the outside corner.
Missed outside. 3-2, and lurking on deck is the dangerous Chris Davis. Swing and a miss. Warren strikes out Trumbo to end the 5th. No runs to hit, no errors, and 1 man left at the end of 4.5 innings of play. We're halfway through. Yankees lead the Orioles 7-3. On Wednesday, June 21st, when the Yankees take on the Angels, it's cap night. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees cap courtesy of Cannon. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. Going to give you some offensive numbers that will, I think, surprise some people. So the Yankees have a 4-game winning streak working, and in the 4 games, they've scored 8 or more runs each of those games. So that's their longest streak of doing that since 2008. See the GMC scoreboard, 7-3. Yankees 1 away from another 8 spot. If they score 8 in this game, 5 straight games of scoring 8 or more runs, and here's Didi Gregorius, it would be the first time that they've done that since July of 1956.
I'm rooting for them now. It's good to bring those records back, and I think they got a good chance. What do you think?
A lot of innings to go. I think they can manage 1 more. Now I've got more numbers for them. So they have scored 7, so that we know. And they've done that for the 26th time this year. 7 or more runs in a game, most in the major leagues. First team to hit 7 runs 26 times in the first 60 games since the 2003 Blue Jays. And the last Yankees team with that many games at this point, 27 or 26 of 7 or more, you have to go back to the 98 Yankees.
And they were good.
Who did it 27 times in the first 60 games. So this is like some historic stuff going on now.
Some good stuff, too.
Yeah, 98 was pretty good. 125 and 50. That's not bad. One-two. Deep to right field. And off the wall. Gregorius going for 2, and he'll make it. Leadoff double.
Well, Yankee hitters just keep at it. Good swings, and Didi does the same thing. Just stay on top of the ball. A little slider that just kind of sits there. Good break out of the box. Could carry him out in right field. Good strong throw. Didi just too fast.
Here's Chris Carter. Pitch outside. The double by Didi, his Second hit of the day, and the Yankees' ninth. And Didi has a career-high 13-game hitting streak. Well, the amazing thing about Gregorius is he started the year on the DL because of the injury to the shoulder he suffered in the WBC, but didn't have any of that slow start that you would expect. He hit right away during the rehab assignment. Then when he came up, he started raking. 2-0. Strike.
I think when that injury went down, Michael, you thought, you know, what are we going to get out of Didi? I mean, the last thing you want to see it affect his year. And so far, you're right. Since he's come back, has not missed a beat.
Paul, he's hitting .331.
Yeah. Has he got enough at bats to get in the leaders yet?
Not yet. Carter is 1 for 1 with a walk. Gregorius with a nice lead off second. And Carter with a walk. So that's going to bring up Ronald Torreyes. Torreyes is 0 for 2.
Again, just a good opportunity for Torreyes, if not given the bunt sign, just to go ahead and move a couple guys over. You know, you're still in a 4-run game. A couple more runs here could really help Joe Girardi in managing that bullpen. If you are going to bunt, you know, in this situation, you just make the third baseman field the ball hard enough where he has to come in. Didi can cruise into third base.
And he was too far off second, and he just gets in. Now his hand left the bag, and he is out. So that solves the bunting issue, as Didi got too far off the bag.
This pitcher just runs in on Torreyes, and you're right, Didi, I think thinks the ball got by him. Good job by Castillo. He was in there, but this is the play that the replays show where the umpires have to continue to look, and you're taught now to hold your glove on in case he comes off. There's no more swipe tags like there used to be, Michael. You hold that glove on.
So that's a big out for the Orioles. Just the momentum carried him off the bag for a moment, and you can see the glove remained on the arm. The first pitch was called a strike. Yes, he offered it with the bunt. Well out of the strike zone. Two and one.
See there, his idea on Torreyes is to get him out inside. Every ball is run in off the plate.
Three and one on Ronald Torreyes. Brett Gardner's on deck.
His bat's on deck too, up in a little different spot. He's standing out there closer to the plate.
Hit sharply to short. There's one on to first. It's a double play. No, he got it. He beat it. Scope was a little bit too casual there and took his time, and Torreyes beat it out.
Those are the mistakes that will drive Buck crazy, because those are just fundamental mistakes. You just assume. Forget that Torreyes gets out of the box and he hustles the whole way.
Wow, very deliberate. I think he was also trying to get a grip on the ball, Paul, but he was very deliberate around the bag. So 2 down, that brings up Gardner. One and 0. Two and 0 to Gardner. Gardner's 1 for 3. His single in the first extended his hitting streak to 5 straight. Then a fly ball to center and a ground ball to first. Torreyes at first, 2 men out. Yankees lead 7-3, bottom of the 5th inning. Two and 1. The 2-1. Brett, not exactly with pinpoint control.
Seems like he wants to bust lefties inside and righties and then possibly use that changeup away, but he has not been able to locate either side of the plate with his fastball.
Two. So that's going to release Torreyes at first. 3-2 and 2 outs. And the pitch. Swung on and missed, and Gardner down on strikes. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 5 in the books, 7-3 Yankees. Night before the Yankees open their series with the Angels, get inside access to YES's studio coverage with Facebook Live. Go behind the scenes of the pregame production meeting at 8 p.m. and interact with our producers and on-air talent as well as other Yankee fans. Join the Facebook Live social revolution and follow the YES Network today. Now, I've been in those meetings, and they are crackling with creativity and ideas. And
I was just going to say, I might want to go on because I've never been part of one of those meetings.
I haven't been part of the meeting for like a pregame, but I've been part of a meeting for a special. I mean,
a lot of things go into those.
Wow.
Huh?
I mean, there will be goosebumps when you're watching on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, you're going to love it. That's a base hit for Davis, as that one's going to go to the wall. But Davis is going to stop at first as Judge gets the ball in quickly. So Warren, who came on to get the final out of the fifth, now in for the sixth, gives up the double to Davis. Davis's first hit, he's 1 for 3. The Orioles' seventh. Yankees lead 7-3. Here's Trey Mancini, who has walked twice. One and 0.
Too many clean innings today, huh, Mike?
No.
A lot of base runners, a lot of pitches.
Two-one count on Mancini. You know, the Yankees have used 4 pitchers. And on this date in 2003, Paul, the Yankees got no hit by 6 different Astro pitchers.
I remember that game. We might have called that one together. Was that here?
It was here.
Yeah.
All across the street, but in the vicinity.
They're all starting to run together there, Michael.
The pitchers were Roy Oswalt, Pete Monroe, Kurt Saarloos, Brad Lidge, Octavio Dotel, and Billy Wagner. 2-2. Hit sharply. Oh, what a play by Torres. He goes to second one. And no return throw to first. He saved a double right there.
Wow, that's one thing you don't lose when you put Torres in the lineup at any position, and that's defense. And what a great play. Reactions, you don't see the ball as well during the day. Just a great play. He turned wrong and still got off a decent throw over to Castro. You know, that looks so easy, Michael. You know how quick you have to react to that, and just how many times you go over, you know, those plays, diving for the ball, getting the ball out, throwing the ball to second base without the thought process going in. Just a fantastic play right there in a big position.
Something's going on where Buck Showalter sees something, I guess, over the dugout. But Alan Porter has just called Joe West. Now looks like it's okay. A lot of the players are on the top step of the dugout looking into the stands. Don't quite know where they're looking. Castillo takes outside, 1-0. 2-0. Yanks. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Driven deep to left field, but foul.
It's a difference in that ball that's kind of inside, and you kind of come around it. You hit it hard, but you hook it foul. We went over that earlier. Watch, the bat angle is around the baseball, and that's why you kind of hook that ball foul. You hit it hard. But we were talking earlier how Judge kept that changeup last night fair, and it's by getting extension through the inside of the baseball. He puts a different spin on the ball.
Two-one. Nice grab there by Warren. He'll take the out at first as Mancini moves to second.
Different matchup here. Hardy's really shown that he can handle the fastball today with some good swings, and you got Warren in there that can kind of wear him out with sliders. Let's see if Hardy makes an adjustment in this at bat.
Pitch to Hardy is a strike.
Yeah, we got 2 of them on there now. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It just, you know, it kind of tingles in there, but it does help the healing process.
You ever have acupuncture?
No.
Never?
No, I remember when Hideki was here, he used to have little magnets that he said did the same things, and for a while everybody would, I'm like, why has everybody got band-aids on them? And they were actually these little magnets that were supposed to help.
Was that a Rabu or
Oh yeah, you're right, it was a Rabu. Yeah. You an acupuncture guy?
I had it once when my back was bothering, and I thought it would really be bothersome, but it wasn't that terrible.
These things are like little hairs going in. You don't even feel.
Yeah, and then they put electrical shocks into it.
Yeah.
I guess it helped a little bit. There's really no cure for bad back.
You know what? Acupuncture, I didn't know that was part of the shock treatment. I thought it was just the.
No, they connect like electrodes to the
maybe they
needles
did
keep
for
them
you.
in.
I think that maybe they just gave you a little extra and you didn't know about.
Gonna make a Frankenstein monster joke soon? The bolts on the neck, something like that? Because I'm ready for it.
You perked your ears up just in case.
It's like a fastball coming in the head. I'm flinching. Sometimes the breaking ball, it drops into the zone. Other times, I get it.
You better get out of the way.
Right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Yankees lead 7-3. There's a ground ball to short. Gregorius across the diamond, and that will do it. A scoreless inning for Warren and the Yankees. No runs to hit. 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 7-3 Yanks. In part by Delta. We fly to the most destinations from New York City to get you where you're going. Delta, keep climbing. I love that shot. I really do. It shows you right in the middle of a neighborhood in the Bronx. It's awesome. Awesome. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-3, Yankees lead. It's going to be Aaron Hicks, Aaron Judge, and Matt Holliday. 2, 3, and 4 in the Yankee order. And Logan Verrett still in there for the O's. Hicks has walked twice as his on-base percentage continues to soar. .429, an OPS of 1.007. Pitch is high. Two and 0.
Other than the first inning, where Green was really sharp, there has not been an inning where not one guy has, not pitched behind in the count. It's just one of those days where it's been a struggle for pitchers to stay ahead.
That was the only 1, 2, 3 inning.
Yeah.
The 2-1. 3-1 on Hicks. That one is ripped to right field. Smith back, and he makes the play. Hicks crushed it, but Smith ran it down.
Another good at bat by Hicks. Just happened to hit it at somebody.
So I was going to bring up Aaron Judge, who's 2 for 2 with a walk today. At home this year, Judge is hitting .388. That's first in the American League. Slugging .825, first in the American League. And 13 home runs, first in Major League Baseball. So since his name is Judge, we could say that he likes the home court.
Nice. Glad to see you're still sharp up here. Slow pace hasn't slowed you down a bit.
No, that's when you're supposed to pick it up. The 0-1. There it goes, deep to left, really deep. See ya! Oh my goodness, what a shot by Aaron Judge.
Mike, it was just a hesitation to see if it was going to go into the corridor. I don't know. I don't even have a word for it because we've never had to even look that far.
That almost hit a retired number.
I mean, this is sick. I'm telling you, this is so much fun to watch. It's a ball up in the strike zone.
Torres has help for the high five.
That's it. Put him on eye level. That boy.
Oh, wow. That was unbelievable. It might have cleared the bleachers.
That's, I mean.
What? That's 470? 480?
If Sanchez was 450 in the bottom part, that's got to be 500 feet.
Wow.
Folks, this ball hit up in here, right?
495 feet.
Folks, you're seeing things that just don't happen in baseball very often, and it's so much fun to see.
Oh, by the way, his 20th home run of the year. That should count for a couple.
You should get over 450. You should get like 1.5 points.
Let's see. Did it get into that first row behind that fence?
It did.
Oh, yeah, the fan just
that
dropped
ball was
it.
out over the bleachers. That's got to be the first ball ever hit there, right?
I don't remember a batting practice ball going there.
Wow.
Wow is right. There's no other word. Lined, and Scope drops it, and Holiday will reach. Ball gets past Davis.
Well, Scopes kind of had a tough day over there at second base, and again, he just went to make an easy play and forgot the baseball.
Watch how Didi reacts to the home run. You need binoculars to see it.
So now we know it is possible to hit the ball over the left field bleachers up there and like that walkway. What do you even call that thing?
Retired Numberville.
Is that it? Wow.
I mean, the thing that amazes me, Paul, is when a guy like you and guys in that dugout are amazed.
Yeah, because, I mean, anybody in that dugout can hit a home run. But, you know, they go in certain spots. They don't end up where that one ended up. And that wasn't even a really high shot. So, you know, in my mind, he's got a chance. Well, let's just speculate. I mean, if he absolutely kills one and gets elevation with those high towering, he might be able to hit the Bank of America sign. And these are parts of the park that were just built for looks.
Fly ball left field. Mancini back. See ya. But that's a baby see ya compared to Judge. A 2-run home run for Castro. Wow. The hits just keep on coming.
I'll tell you, it's just good at bat after good at bat. Well, Castro's had an opportunity today to drive in a village. He's had bases loaded a couple times, and now a 2-run homer. Again, the Yankee bats, they're just going to beat up mediocre pitching right now, and that's what Baltimore is throwing up there. They're just not able to make good pitches. And Michael, I had a good feeling they were going to pass that 8-run thing, and they just went smoking by that.
First time since 1956. You know, when you look out at left field, if John Moore could give us a shot, you mentioned the Bank of America sign. Right here, if he pulls the ball, he might be able to hit it out of Yankee Stadium. If you get it to the left of the Bank of America sign, that will take you into the loading dock. He could do it.
There's, like I said, there was a hesitation because I wanted to see how far it was, but it was not one of those balls that he really elevated.
Here it is again.
I think Judge knew he got that one.
Wow, wow, wow.
First ball over the bleachers, and it's off the hands.
You can't blame that guy. That's got to hurt. No glove.
I don't know. You got to feel the ball's got to slow down 500 feet away at some point, doesn't it? Almost dotted Mario's number back there.
There really are no more superlatives. I mean, where do you go with this guy? Where do you go? Where does he go? By the way, Castro has 4 ribbies today, getting lost in all of this. Another multi-hit game. So Castro's into the 40s RBI-wise, 41. And for Judge, his home run, his 45th run batted in, and his 20th home run.
Yeah, 3 guys in the 40s and RBIs in mid-June.
And Sanchez goes down on strikes.
Well, I tell you what, if you're on the Yankee team right now and you're not having fun playing baseball, there's something wrong. I mean, the offense is clicking. somehow they're figuring out the pitchers need. It's taking so much pressure off the pitchers, the starting pitchers. See a major league debut right here.
Yeah, his heart must be beating pretty fast. Domingo Germán just called up today.
People speculated that he was going to start this game, but because of the good starting pitching with Montgomery and Severino, I think it allowed Girardi just to get Green out there, a little more comfortable starting somebody that he knew he was going to get. It's funny, you probably need, what, 20, 25 pitches to really get loose as a pitcher. I'd love to ask David Cone, hey, you know what? When you're that amped up coming into your major league debut, what's it take, like 2? 1, 2, 3, I'm ready to go.
There's a ground ball to second. Scope is there. And that will do it. But the crowd is still buzzing. Major League Baseball is buzzing over the antics of Aaron Judge. Hits one where they just don't get hit. Into retired Numberville. 495 feet. Yeah, I can't believe it either, Aaron. By New York Presbyterian, the official hospital of New York Yankees. Amazing things are happening here, and that is amazing. And I'm going to quote the late great Jack Buck. I can't believe what I just saw. I mean, Paul, that people don't hit baseballs there.
No, normal people don't. When you're 6'7", 280, I guess you do. But there's the number, Michael. There's the exit velocity, 118.6. So here's the list.
And that's the 6th hardest hit ball in Major League Baseball this year. So of the top 6, Judge has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and Stanton has 5. Cadillac scoreboard 10-3, Yankees lead. Warren's still in there, and he deals outside. 1-0. Now remember, Germán is a starter. So they want to get him, maybe it takes him a little bit longer to warm up before they get him in. 1-1.
You know what that moment was right there, Mike? Was, you know, this year, next year, you're going to say, you remember when we did that game and Judge hit that ball up there? Like, you're not going to forget that one.
But we will forget it if he makes a deposit on the Bank of America sign.
Yeah, if he puts a hole in that tarp, then they shouldn't even replace it. Just leave it.
Well, he broke a TV in one of the restaurants out there, and they've kept the TV broken.
Like cartoon stuff, huh? You'll be talking about this at dinner tonight, huh?
And people will come up and talk to you about it.
Absolutely. Love it. Yankees, not only the Yankees, but Aaron Judge, the talk of the town around here, and should be, the things he's doing.
You know, we talked earlier about a 6-game homestand that's going to have, when it's all said and done, about 250, 260,000 people through the turnstiles. And people come to see winning teams, but people are coming to see Aaron Judge a lot. I mean, that's an at-bat where nobody's going to the concession stand, nobody's going to the bathroom when they're watching on TV. You just don't know what he's going to do next. And he's handled it with such grace and a real humble nature about him. Never wants to talk about himself, ever. Always puts it back on the team, that it helps the team. Tejada fouls it away. When you talk about hitting the ball a long distance, it just seems like he's playing by different rules. You know, he's on a different stage than everybody else.
Well, I mean, I laugh about the exit velocity and all that stuff, but I mean, if you see the numbers, I mean, he flat out hits the baseball harder than everybody else in baseball.
Torres over to first, 1 down.
And that obviously equates to a huge number of home runs and long home runs, but also the ground balls, the line drives. I mean, they get through the infield quicker. Everything is sped up because of how hard the ball comes off. And Joe Girardi's going to bring in the rookie.
And we'll see a major league debut for Domingo Germán. Good job by Adam Warren. So Germán will face Seth Smith when we return. League debut. He has pitched in 10 games this year, 9 starts. You can see Gary Sanchez settling him down. Okay, same rules up here as they are down there. So he pitched for AA Trenton, 6 starts, AAA Scranton, 3 starts, 4 games, 3 and 5, 3.34. The Yankees got him from the Marlins. And that was in the Martin Prado deal, where the Yankees got Evaldi, Garrett Jones, and Germán for David Phelps and Martin Prado. That was in December of 14. Then he had Tommy John surgery in 2015. And here he is making his major league debut. And his heart must be thumping right now.
Well, you can see that live arm, 96, kind of a short arm too. I was talking to Brian Cashman in the hallway, and you know, they just had to kind of wait a little bit because of his arm surgery, but they have a high expectations for him. Good live arm. Another one Bringing it up from the minor leagues. An opportunity to do something here.
Just 24 years old. The 1-0.
Wow, good changeup.
And what Cashman has done in a lot of the deals is even if it's A-ball players, he just gets guys with big arms and sees what the Yankees can make out of them. Because, hey, everybody throws hard now. You want guys with big arms. Ground ball, second base, tough hop. Castro makes the play. And Herman records his first big league out.
Yeah, what a relief to come in and get an out. You can kind of take a deep breath and realize that it is possible. In the back of your mind, you just say, you know what, if I do make a mistake, they hit him a long way here. I just saw Judge hit one 495 feet.
They threw the ball in, so they got the first out.
Yeah, tape it up so it doesn't get mixed up with the other ones, and then it'll be Stevie Donahue's fine penmanship. Write it all up. 88.
Born in San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican, and that's usually the cradle of shortstops. Put on the 40-man roster just this past November. We told you about the Tommy John surgery and the Prado deal.
Well, I tell you what, if you look at that arm speed and the break on that last breaking ball, that is nasty. Just that big arm speed, and you just see a major league hitter and a pretty good one.
Did he go? No, he did not.
Come on, Joe. Go West. That could have been his first punch out. Took it away from him. I'm going to give it to him.
2 away, top of the 7. And the 1-2. 99.
You can tell he kind of changes his delivery with his fastball and really humps up and jumps. Tries to get that extra velocity. This is that Bob Gibson release there where that leg comes across.
Good call.
He does have that kind of short arm that he probably was a shortstop in his at one time in his life.
Three-2. He got him. A swing and a miss by Scope. And Herman tips his cap to the heavens as he makes his major league debut and retires the first 2 batters that he faces. So the Orioles go down in order against a couple of Yankee pitchers. At the end of 6.5, get up and stretch. Yankees lead this one by a score of 10-3, but we'll stay right here to honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your caps? And please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest who is joined by his family. United States Navy Operations Specialist, Petty Officer 2nd Class, Rob Marr from the Bronx, who served in Operation Praying Mantis. The Yankees say thank you for your sacrifice and service to our nation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join in Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the ocean.
Team summary brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. 10-11-0 for the Yanks, 3-7-1 for the O's. Kevin Gausman lasted 3 1/3. Chad Green with a spot start. He lasted into the third inning. Aaron Judge, 490-foot home run, longest in Major League Baseball this season. Gary Sanchez, a 3-run home run in the first inning. We thought that was long. That was 450 feet, but Judge clears the bleachers and clears that home run by 45 feet. Here's Chris Carter, and another Major League debut going on right now. Jimmy Yacobonis, and he's a local kid.
Jersey boy?
He is a Jersey boy. He grew up in Matawan and went to Christian Brothers Academy in Lincroft, New Jersey. 399th pick in the draft. Went in the 13th round. And you see what he's done in AAA. And you know how when they take road trips in spring training, you have to bring extra pitchers and minor leaguers just in case, and he always seemed to be on every trip, but every time he got in there, he's just mowing people down, and people said, whoa, and they started to take notice, and he was on their radar, and here he is getting called up, and must be a big thrill for Jimmy and his family to make his debut not too far from where he grew up. Cadillac scoreboard, 10-3, Yankees lead the O's. Grounded foul.
Styling out there with
Love
the
it.
glasses and the matching bow. Was your wife into bows when you had Callie, huh?
You know what? She wants to put bows on her hair, but everything's a battle. No.
Yeah?
Nope. 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 Nope.
Well, I tell you what, after, I started off with 2 boys, and then the pressure was off. We had a little girl. Boy, Nellie had a bow for everything.
Well, Allie let her do it, right?
You shouldn't have a choice when your mom's sticking bows in your hair every day.
Callie, like at 1.5, started not having a choice or having a choice. Yeah. Nope.
There was no like talking about it. Was just nope.
No. And the 3-2. Swing and a miss. So Yacobonis gets a strikeout. First batter he faced. Let's go back to Bob. I think he has that tape measure sponsor. Well, thank you, Bob. There's a little fan, young fan with the Judge shirt. So he might have his player now for the next 15 years. Like the kids in '96 who latched onto the number 2 jerseys.
You know, it is funny because as you're driving into the park and sometimes the gates aren't open and the fans are lined up waiting to get in, and there has been a total turnover of the numbers. You see Judge jerseys out there now, and for the last 20 years it's been Jeter jerseys and kind of mixed in with some other one, and every once in a while you get a free giveaway and you get an O'Neill jerseys. I appreciate that. That's kind of cool. Anytime you see these numbers, and I don't remember that when we grew up. That wasn't a big thing. You didn't have people's jerseys and T-shirts, but there's nowhere in Manhattan, New York, Westchester, anywhere where you don't go around and see people wearing the Yankee logo with names. But I tell you, come around the stadium now, there's a lot of Judge stuff going around. Sanchez last year, pretty cool to see the up-and-coming players.
Now you can see right there, and we'll show you that again in a moment. 2-1. And we can do that shot again. So here's all the jerseys and the one sellout. They don't have any more Judge.
Those are the double X's. He got them himself.
That's the empty one.
Wow.
Time to restock. Got the road 99. And Torreyes works a walk.
James, he's the only 99 in baseball. Is there any other 99s in baseball?
The only 99 you really think of is Gretzky.
Was Gastineau 99?
Yeah. Look at you.
See that? Just pulled that out of my hat, huh?
So here's Brett Gardner. Pitches high. And Castillo wants to settle down the youngster. Well, we have two other 99s, huh?
Are they, James, they on the big league roster? They're in the major leagues? Or those minor league numbers? To work over there, James. With the actual facts. What are the names, Mike?
Taijuan Walker with the Diamondbacks and Dan Robertson of the Indians. I didn't know Walker had 99. Our good buddy Mark Feinsand just texted me, Paul, that Rick Vaughn in the movie Major League wore 99.
Yeah, well, Charlie Sheen, number 99.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, the thing about Judge, though, Paul, he's not just any judge. I mean, he's like a Supreme Court judge.
Immediately.
Yeah.
He didn't have to go through law school. He just went right to the top.
No, this is a strong judge. He's got his own chambers out there.
Yeah, he does. You talk about old school, too. He's got the white wigs, usually.
And he comes out on deck. So don't get your sandwich just yet. Just wait. First Aaron Hicks and then Aaron Judge. 2 walks by Yakubonis. One and 0. Yankees trying to go 22-9 at home. That is right now at 21-9, the American League's best home record. And there are 2 teams that I say have better home record. Arizona's 25-9 coming into today. That's amazing. And the Dodgers are 24-10.
Wow, he's going to throw Houston out there with the year they're having. They must play well on the road, too.
So Alan Porter breaks it up. This is what the Yankees have done at home this year. 21-9 coming into today. 6.3 runs a game. Hitting a .281 clip. 59 home runs. Now, does that include today, guys? And an ERA of 3.56. So that includes today the 59 home runs. And the interesting thing, Paul, people will go, well, they're built for Yankee Stadium, but a lot of the home runs come from the right side. It's not your typical Yankee lineup.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of hit on the road too. I think Sanchez has only hit. Well, he hit this 3 on his homestand.
Right. 3 of his 10.
A lot of this power is it travels. It's not Yankee Stadium power.
That one is ripped into right center field. It's a base hit. It splits the outfielders and it goes to the wall. Torreyes scores. Gardner rounds third. He's coming home. He'll score. It's a 2-run double for Hicks. 12-3 Yanks.
Tell you what, Hicks is just putting together great at bat after great at bat. Last time lined out to right center. This time hit it a little bit harder. 2-run double. His bat speed from start to finish is so much different than it was last night. It's just a straight line to the baseball, so much quicker.
So he now has 36 ribbies on the year. He's creeping up on the 40 ribby mark. That's his first hit of the game to go with his 2 walks. Roger McDowell comes out, talks to his youngster, who has to face Aaron Judge. Now, first base is open, but you're sure not going to walk Aaron Judge in a 12-3 game. Michael Givens is up because they don't want to leave Jacob Bellis out there that long to take a beating in his major league debut. So they certainly don't want to pitch Michael Givens, but they got to get through this game. So here he is. Last at bat, a 495-foot home run that cleared the left field bleachers. Runner at second, 1 man out. There's the strike. If you missed it.
See him put his head down and just run. Isn't that refreshing this day and age to not sit, taunt, look, and watch?
One and two.
You get on the highlights by hitting the home run, and you're talked about because of your power, not because of the home run trot that you've created. Tell you what, to this point, you talk about doing things right.
Just missed outside. Before yesterday's home run, he'd gone 6 games without a home run, but he didn't let it get him down. He's taking his walks, takes singles to right, and then when the home run presents itself, he'll do it.
He'll hit it 500 feet.
With all the power talk and the distance and exit velo, he's hitting 341.
Kind of gets lost in all of it, doesn't he?
2-2.
Oh my, he hung that ball. That almost went to the same spot. Oh, they call that the old cement mixer, where it just spins with no break. And the power and the intimidation causes pitchers to do this. They kind of overthrow to try and make that thing break, and it just ends up spinning.
That one is driven out to right field. Going back, Smith, turning, looking, see ya! Another home run for Judge. Can you believe it?
The old silent treatment. The silent treatment. You don't hit 500 feet. Look, I'll shake your hand anyway. I might stand up here and roar. Everybody will come to attention.
High-fiving invisible people there.
These are the types of things you can do on a team where you're having a lot of fun.
How about 2 disparate home runs? One 495 to left, the other one he lines.
Just a line drive. I mean, it's like a big man hitting in the little league field. When he connects, it's the ballpark can't handle him.
That was 402. 21 home runs, leads the major leagues. So 2 more ribbies, and he has 47.
God, that's a good pitch, Michael. That's a ball just off the plate outside.
He's orchestrating the freeze out. Holiday with a fly ball to left, and making the play is Mancini for the second out.
Now you talk about his line drive to right field, and let's put it in perspective a little bit. You'll see immediately it's out. You just saw a graded bat from a left-handed hitter, Hicks, and he just lined. Just hammered one as a left-handed hitter that went 385 feet out on the warning track, and Judge walks up as a right-handed hitter and shoots it out 405 feet with more power than a left-hander. It really is amazing.
Castro takes outside. This is Judge's 3rd career multi-home run game all this year. April 28th against Baltimore. May 2nd against Toronto. And here June 11th against the Orioles. And if you're around this team a lot, I'm telling everybody that's within the sound of our voice, there's not a scintilla of jealousy in that room, because he's such a good guy and handles himself like a rookie should handle himself, and is not styling, is not looking for publicity other than with his talent. And everybody accepts him and really likes him. And that doesn't happen often. Sometimes a rookie will burst upon the scene and kind of be a look at me guy. He's not a look at me guy.
No, you start feeling and you're like, hey, yeah, right, look, see what I can do. But it might have been the best thing that could ever have happened is last year when he did go through a little minor struggle and he made some adjustments. And this year, it's just, it has been the Aaron Judge show to this point. And along the ride is a fantastic year from the New York Yankees to this point.
I wonder if he can believe what he's doing.
You do wonder, because players, even great players, sometimes when you do so well, you almost get out of your comfort zone. It's just like you don't want to put limitations upon yourself, but just like, how much can I expect to do?
Fly ball left field off the bat of Castro. Mancini's there, and that will do it. The Aaron Judge show continues. Court is in session. First, something you've never seen before. A ball that clears the left center field bleachers, 495 feet. And then a little baby version. 2 home runs for Judge. Yankees running away with it. All-new WB Mason presents the Joe Girardi Show as the skipper gives us a glimpse of the players-only side of Yankee Stadium. Plus Joe's insight on the special relationship between pitchers and catchers. It's only on Yes. Well, he has turned this entire majestic ballpark into the judges' chambers. He acknowledges the crowd, and he is very simply a fan favorite here for the way he carries himself and obviously what he's doing on the field. Amazing, just amazing what we're seeing.
You know, it's funny, Michael, last time we did, it was about a month ago when the judges' chambers opened, and, you know, we were kind of talking, is it too soon? Is it too early? Is this going to put too much pressure on a young player? I guess he's answered those questions, huh?
In a big way, Hyun-Soo Kim is pinch hitting for Adam Jones. Hyundai scoreboard shows the Yankees up 14-3. Judge, you're guilty of being awesome.
Did you see that little guy at home just painting those signs up, looking forward to coming to the baseball game? The reason I say that, Michael, it took me back when I was about, I don't know, 10 years old. We used to rip up confetti to take the Ohio State Buckeye games. Rip them up for hours and take about 30 seconds to get rid of it all. You were done. But it was fun for a while.
Well, what every organization wants, Paul, is a guy that Rob Refsnyder takes over and left for Gardner, is a guy that comes up through the system, who gets it, and obviously can perform on the field. Carter will flip to Herman, and that's somebody that kids can lock into right away, and then you've got those kids for the rest of their lives. So, you know, the 10-year-olds that fell in love with Derek Jeter in '96, they're still here as 30-plus-year-olds, and they'll be here forever. I mean, it's really an organization's dream.
No doubt. You don't know how many people come up to you, whether it's here or down in Florida or whatever, you know, older generation people. You know, I grew up, you don't know how many Yankee games I've seen. I grew up with DiMaggio. I grew up with Yogi. I grew up with Mantle. And then, you know, their kids, you know, I grew up with Jeter, and then their kids are going to grow up with, you know, with Sanchez and Judge. And you're right. It is a dream of an organization to continually put people out on the field that these generations of fans grow up with.
Well, there's a history of it with this organization. You see it on that wall that Judge almost hit. The 1-0. 1-1.
He might get up there before his playing days are even over.
Yeah, he might hit one there before 99 gets up there. There's a ground ball to short. Didi backs up, has time. 2 out, so Herman has retired all 4. Well, it's on the wall already.
Yeah, it's just got a 3 next to it.
Oh, let's see.
It's that trick photography, Mike.
That's also a pop-up for him.
Yeah. It's like a line drive. Hit the one side of the 9 there. Kind of beat it up a little bit.
Here's Davis, who's 1 for 3.
Tell you what, Herman's been he's been impressive. You can tell he's got that great arm speed. I've seen a good changeup, wicked little breaking ball, and he's top 99. So definitely a power arm.
That one's popped up. Left side. And putting it away is Gregorius. 1-2-3 inning for Herman. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The game changer brought to you by Pitney Bowes, the craftsman of commerce, and this kind of got swallowed up by Aaron Judge.
Well, there's no doubt about it. But big home run in the game. Kind of got things going. 5-run first. Gary Sanchez hit the double-figure mark with home runs.
A 3-run blast in the first inning. And that one traveled over 450 feet. So Kim takes over in left field. He had pinch hit for Jones. And let's see, somebody has to move to center. I would think that that is Mancini. Michael Givens takes over on the mound. So there's a couple of changes for the O's are trying to get it right, and that pitch to Sanchez is inside. He gets out of the way. So Caleb Joseph behind the plate, taking over for Castillo. Oh, Rickard takes over in center. Mancini at first. Hyundai scoreboard, 14-3 Yankees over the O's. And that's J.J. Hardy, who's just taken out of the game. Sanchez swings and misses. 1-2. And I believe that Trumbo has left the DH spot. It looks like he's at third. And there he is. Popped up. Mancini long run and makes the play in foul territory for the first out. And I would guess that the shortstop, shortstop is Ruben Tejada. There you go. So I think we're all set. Feels like a game in Saratoga right now. Not Saratoga. Sarasota. Saratoga's nice too.
This time of year I hear is beautiful.
Oh, it's great. First time I ever went last year. Awesome. Pitch is low to Didi, who's 2 for 4.
Remember playing these hot day games, Michael, after a great homestand. You know, you've got the West Coast flight, but there's nothing like getting on a flight. You've had a great homestand. All of a sudden you shower up, get onto the plane, and you can just really relax. Because, you know, you just got good things going on in your head, and you're tired from a hot day game. Makes for a pretty nice flight if you got to go to the West Coast.
Guess it makes it seem a little shorter.
Yeah, it's rather relaxing when things are going good. You just realize that West Coast trips can be tough, and then you know you start to prepare.
Ground ball softly to second. 2 outs. Well, they've announced the crowd today, 46,348. And it's, as I mentioned earlier, it's been not only a great homestand for wins, they're 5-1 if they hold on here, but you can see the attendance happening now too, where the warm weather and this team gotten people come out to the ballpark. So big crowds, all 6 games, over about 250,000 people. All good. 2 away here in the 8th.
Kids go to school late here in New York too. It's like the end of June before the kids get out, right? Then that's really when the attendance kind of picks up during the week.
That one is lined to center field, a base hit for Carter. Well, here are the 6 attendances. 6 attendance figures in this homestand: 41,516, 44,380, 46,194, 46,031, 45,232, and 46,348. Not too bad.
Way it's supposed to be when you're in first place in Yankee Stadium, right?
You would think. And there certainly is an excitement and a buzz about this team. As you mentioned, you walk around the city and
You don't think they'll be talking about that home run tomorrow? I mean, that'll be going around the water coolers tomorrow, and the news channels and everything else.
And you could gauge it off, the radio show I do, which is simulcast on Yes. People want to talk about this. I mean, they're excited about it. And you can tune in at 3 every Monday through Friday.
I usually do on my ride in, Michael. I don't think I get you in Ohio.
Well, if you have the app, you will.
See, I got to figure that out.
Yeah, I'll get it for you. There's a base hit to right field for Torreyes. Carter will go to third, and Torreyes picks up his first hit of the afternoon. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
You see, I mean, that's big numbers. 15 hits.
And that's after 18 last night.
Wow.
Well, the Yankees now with back-to-back 14 or more run games for the 10th time in franchise history. First time since July 21st and 22nd of 2007 against Tampa Bay. They won those games 17-5, 21-4. There's a strike to Refsnyder, batting in Gardner's spot. Took over for Brett in left field, top of the inning.
You can see how Givens and Michael, he's one of their better relievers out of the bullpen at this point. He's very tough on righties. He turns his body and slings the ball. You don't get a really good look at it.
Refsnyder goes down on strikes. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left. We go to the 9th. All Yankees 14-3. No. Don't miss the WB Mason postgame. Bob and Jack are setting things up. They're going to wrap up this battle with the Orioles. Chris Sheeran's here at the stadium. He'll work the clubhouse. They'll recap the Yankees' run of American League East opponents. Yankees look like they're going to be 8-5 in those 13 games. Plus a look ahead to tomorrow's series opener with the Angels. It's only on Yes. Well, this kid has to feel pretty good. He's faced 5 big league batters and retired them all. So Gary Sanchez has moved to first base.
He did that yesterday, back-to-back games, right?
Get him some work there. Carter has moved to right field for Judge. And Romine behind the plate. Mancini rips one to center field. It's a base hit as he leads off with a single here in the 9th.
Well, Like I said, Robbie Kukuza probably has a wonderful spread in there on a travel day. Go and enjoy your meal. If you're out early, get ready for that plane flight out West Coast. Talk about a feel-good flight. Boy, this offense is rolling.
Here's Joey Rickard, his first at bat. And a strike. Not holding Mancini at first. Grounded to third. There's one. On to first, it's a double play. Around the horn, 5-4-3 double play. Let's take a look now at the Land Rover drive of the game.
And it was a prolific one here. 495 feet. Aaron Judge, boom, his 20th of the year. And I'm going to have a long time to talk because this is going to go a long way. Bad hands, unbelievable shot. You surprised the guys on the bench. What a day, what a year so far for Aaron Judge. That's your Land Rover drive of the game. Might be the drive of the year. Who knows?
Here's Caleb Joseph. And that one got away from Herman. In the StatCast era, where they measure home runs by StatCast, that started in 2015. That's the second longest home run in baseball. The first is Giancarlo Stanton hit one 504 feet in August of last year. And Chris Bryant actually ties Aaron Judge of the Cubs, and he started in 2015 September. He also hit one 495 feet.
We'd love to see Herman just getting out here, and what a positive way to start your career. Come in, get some outs, get some confidence.
3-1 on Joseph. So a walk to Caleb Joseph. See Torres settling the youngster down, 24 years old, making his major league debut.
Yeah, just a little reminder, hey, let's go. Throw strikes. Let's get out of here. Got great stuff. Just don't overthink things.
Here's Tejada, 1 for 3. There's a strike. That one whispers across the outside corner.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, 14-3 or whatever. Start off with a slider, a little breaking ball, just for fun.
Strike away. Count 0-2. Not a great weekend in New York for the Orioles. They're about to get swept. The 0-2.
See Herman every once in a while kind of just rear back and overthrow just a little bit, trying to get that extra on that fastball. Romine saw the same thing. Let's put a little wrinkle in one and see if we can finish this thing out with a breaking ball. But hung that one high also.
If the score stays 14-3, the Yankees' run differential is plus 115. Best in the majors, their best through 60 games since 1998 when they were plus 138. 2-2. Fouled away. I keep hearing a lot about this 98 team. It must have been good, Paul.
A few guys on there that they knew how to play, you know.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 man on. We're in the ninth. 14-3, Yankees over the Orioles. And the pitch. That one is looped into left field. It's a base hit in front of Refsnyder. So the Orioles still alive as Tejada picks up his second hit.
It's amazing how this last out has become a big thing for Amani. He just, you know, you want it so much and you start trying to force it and you start rushing a little bit. You try to overthrow a couple to get a strikeout. Again, I think it's been a great debut for him. You see the arm, the velocity. So one good changeup to the first batter. Then everything else has been fastball, slider. Everything's starting to speed up a little bit. Chewing that gum a little faster. Yeah, a little nerves getting in there, trying to finish this thing out.
He's a little geeked right now, and the count 1-0 on Smith. Smith 2 for 4.
The last thing Joe Girardi wants to do is get somebody up in the bullpen. Finish out a 14-3 game.
He's got to love the fact that he avoided Betances and Clippard. Count 2-0.
This is where Romine needs to know, hey, you know, do I go out and pat him and say, hey, come on, you're okay? Or you go out and you get in his face and say, enough's enough, let's go. And, you know, it's knowing the personality of a pitcher.
There's a strike. Two-one. Slow roller. This should do it. Sanchez slips and it doesn't do it. No, West said he got him. West said the glove hit before Smith came down on the bag, and that will do it as the Yankees win this one 14-3. You decide. Let's see. One hand, crawl, stretch.
Out.
Joe West was right.
See you later, folks.
And the Yankees win this one by a score of 14-3. Home runs again the story in a game that they had to make up through the bullpen because they pushed to Tanaka till tomorrow. A 3-run home by Sanchez, a home run by Sanchez in the first, a 5-run first inning, and then Aaron Judge with a prodigious blast, 495 feet, a shot that cleared the bleachers in left center field. And the major league debut for that young man, Domingo Germán. All things very good for the Yankees as they go 5-1 on the homestand. They go 8-5 against American League East teams, and they sweep the Orioles before they head to the West Coast tonight and start a 3-game set with the Anaheim Angels of LA tomorrow in Anaheim. All right, time for Bob Lorenz and Jack Curry to set the table for the rest of the day, guys.